What reminds me of home is the culture, the unique of the people living in unity, and also the peaceful life. Reminds me of going to the river, having a swim in the river. That was right in Vakwa in Mauritius. I was born in Grand Port, Mont-des-Trésor, and from there we live always next to the beach. And I love the sun, I love the beach, I love the warm weather. And this is what reminds me of back home. It's all started that I come from a small country of the island of Mauritius, and we migrate from Mauritius to Australia. And I've learned a lot about skincare when I was young, and I was born on a volcanic island where we depend on nature, like growing our own vegetables and having our own chemical-free food. And we enjoy the nature. And then we migrated to Australia in 1968. Now, this year is exactly 50 years I've been living in Australia. I came here with a young age of 13 years old and leaving my grandmother behind. She was like my mum. We came here, I didn't speak any English, so I've learned English. I went on to, my husband said to me, why don't you go and study nutrition? And I said, oh, I don't have any money because I'm only a housewife, I haven't been working for so long. He said, well, I'll pay for you. So he paid my nutritional courses. And then I've got my certificate in nutrition, and then I did a lot of massage courses, and my teacher was an aromatherapist. So from the aromatherapist, then I studied. He said, look, there's a big event coming up with Dr. Kurt Schnabel. Why don't you go and do your lesson lecture with him? And I said, okay. I said, I don't want to learn chemistry. But from there onward, I went to Melbourne Uni, and we studied with Dr. Kurt. And then from there, I studied aromatherapy. And my teacher said to me, if you can make one concoction that will be able to breathe again and smell my, because I was doing my exam and I was runny nose. I said, look, I can't do my exam. And he said, no, you got to go through this exam and I'm going to get you to smell that. And I did, and it cleared my mind and everything. I said, oh, what was that? And he said, well, it's something to breathe easy. He said, if you can make this, you'll be an aromatherapist. I said, I went back, went to my kitchen, mix it up. No, nothing worked. Mix it up again, no. I came up and I said, look, teacher, here it is. He goes, very close, very close. So I was very happy that I've achieved something, that would be help for me to breathe, because I was allergic to all the pollen and everything back in Melbourne. So from there onwards, my husband said to me, oh, our son is very sick, which is Paul. He was about 4 years old. We took him to the beach, and then from the beach, it was fairly fair. What happened? I put sunblock all over him because, we just follow the trend in Australia. And his skin bubbled up in front of me like a snake, and I go, what have I done? He said, Mum, take it off, Mum. It was only 4, and I go, I can't take it off because it won't wipe off, because it's a sunblock, because I don't want you to get sunburned because of your eczema. And apparently what it was doing was blocking all his lymph. And he said, Mum, I'm suffocating. And I wrapped him up with a lot of water in my towel, grabbed him out from the beach, took him in the bathtub, and put it in oatmeal or something like that. Just put something to soothe the skin to get rid of it. But anyway, from there, I held up my son. I said, God, what are we going to do with him? He's a veggie. And then I was lying down on my bed, and it said to me, you make the cream. You make something. I said, God, I don't know how to do it. But all the knowledge that I have going back in history, back in Mauritius, and my teacher, and the aromatherapist, and Dr. Kurt, and the herbs, and then also this great guy. I start making the cream, and it flopped, and it took me 3 years to make the organic Rosehip luxurious cream, which is a beautiful cream. I wanted to hydrate the skin because Paul was shedding his skin every 4 hours. Every 4 hours. Instead of 30 days you shed your skin, every 4 hours, I had to change the bed sheets every day. So after 3 years I started mixing my cream, and then from there we all packed our bags. We said we're selling, we're coming to the Gold Coast. We study all the weather around. We found the Gold Coast is the best weather where it can breathe. So he came in, he had the skin really bad. When I made my cream in Melbourne, it took me 3 years, but he said, Mum, I don't itch anymore. So I said to my husband, look, I think we can help lots of other people. No, I didn't think about money or anything like that. I just think about, I love to help people. I don't know, because I've got a second chance while somebody else suffer, because I know the key. This is the cream that I've used for Paul when I first made it. It's called the Organic Rosehip Luxurious Cream. So I used to use it every day for Paul after he had a bath, a shower, and I find this cream is it's not only luxurious, it's very good for all skin type. So I use it for Paul. You can show them now how your skin hasn't got any eczema, compare what it is. So we used to use it years ago, and you can rub it on yourself, so you know how to use it all the time.
Years ago when I was young and I did have very bad eczema, all this around here was red and used to just bubble up like a lobster. And now using it, 10 years later, 15 years later, or however long it's been, there's actually no form or trace of actually eczema or any pigmentation. It's like I've never even had it.
It hydrates the skin, and also it will regenerate your skin within, it stops the itchiness straight away. It's not only for itchiness, but it's also for beauty and health. So I use it for my skin to make my skin healthy too. I've found the rosehip oil with the herbs that I've learned from my own country that helps you to look really well. So from there onwards, we came here. We started with nothing. We only came in with a truck with my oils. I love my oils and herbs. And then from there, we started from my kitchen bench to try to get publicity, and the Australian government did help me. I put it all together. I did shows after shows, and then people was asking me, Nancy, can you do me a cleanser? Can you do me this? And I said, wow, what's going on with my life? So I couldn't stop in my kitchen coming in and making the cleanser, the scrub, a mask and all that. So now I invented over 60 products. But then I find out I don't have enough money for marketing. Oops. Because all this takes a lot of time to do. So what I did is I packed some of my products. I went and did shows all around Australia. I did it for about 20 years and self-supported into this industry. But I have helped people with eczema, psoriasis, beauty, wrinkles, itchy skin, dry skin, sunburnt, and people who just want to feel and look younger, so which is great. And from there onwards, it was a passion for me to do that. But meantime, I didn't have money for advertising or whatever. My poor mum took all her money. She gave it to me for advertising. Sorry. Love you, Mum. Mum passed away, and before she passed away, she made me this beautiful dress. And it's my love for her. And every time I did the show, she came up and drove in Melbourne. She said, that's my daughter. And I love my mum. And I thank God for her. But she helped me to get where I am today. From there onwards, when she took all her money and she gave it to me, she only had $12,000. And because I had to be funding to do all these things. And through that, we have good trials and tribulations in our business, up and down. We made a few sharks, but all that we survived, just survived. And we want to give people a good skincare that they'll be able to enjoy life. And there's not many honest people on this world, but you know what, I forgive everybody. Being 25 years in this particular journey, I think that I would like to pass on to someone who's really passionate, similar to me, that will be able to take this legacy into continuation, to pass it on to the world, and maybe who knows where this is going to be led to. But this is what it's about, is about passion, care, love, and be patient and giving with everything you have, your talent, to give back to the society. I'm very happy to help people with their health, or with their skin care, or their nutrition and health. Everybody gets a chance to feel good, look good, and look gorgeous.